not giving Linux people a chance. So we're going to open a folder and find some more images to mess with. Hopefully nothing will get me in trouble. Not that I have anything that'll get me in trouble, but we got some pictures here. Open. So there we go. We have some stuff here from the other day. Let me find one I haven't edited yet. We'll go up another level. I was messing around with the camera. Here we go. Pictures of my pup, Newton. So we'll give that a shot. Let's get my puppy here. Let's see if this one's any good. That's a little out of focus. Let's see this one. No, he moves too much. Okay, I can work with this one. So, we've got this file, and you can see over here on the right hand side that it has the basic changes applied to it by Darktable, but no base curve. I have disabled base curves in my system to enable the linear RGB workflow. So the first thing I'm going to do is come over here to the basic group, and my exposure looks pretty good. I'm fairly happy with the way that that exposure curve looks up there, so I'm not going to make any changes to the exposure. I don't need to do any tone equalization, as the shadows and stuff are okay. So we're going to go to the next one, which is the tone group, and I am going to apply a little local contrast, making sure I have local Laplacian filter activated. This is the one that's linear RGB compliant, and we're just going to enable it, and we already have a little bit of improvement in the details in my little dog's fur. So closing this one, not going to apply any filmic because I don't think we need to do any kind of tone expansion. Okay, because you can see here it does like dynamic range expansion. So next thing we're going to do here is we're going to mess with the color balance. Channel mixer will be used for converting it to black and white if I wanted to, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to do color balance. There are some film presets in here, but I'm just going to do my own thing where I'm going to come here and I'm going to just bump up the output saturation just a tiny bit. I want to just kind of richen up those colors a little. Okay, and that's all. That's all. Just tiny adjustments. That's all you have to do. So then the next thing I'm going to do here is come to the correction group. I'm going to enable lens correction. This was done with a 35mm FD lens. So I have to do a little trick here because you can see that Canon lenses are not in the list. So we're going to, and it didn't come out quite correct, but we'll get it there. What we're going to do here is we're going to go and in the drop down select a generic one full frame camera. Sorry that pop-up went off screen, my bad. And now I can come over here and I can select Canon lenses, and I'm using the 35mm f2. Then I can come back up here, go back to Nikon, and select my Z7. There's that little trick. You notice that there was a little bit of correction happening up in the top and the bottom. The image is ISO 360, so I'm not going to be doing any denoising. Okay, so another thing I might use here is the contrast equalizer to kind of sharpen up this, or apply some clarity. Clarity gives it kind of this edgy tone to it, which I like. Alright. Optionally, we can turn on haze removal, which basically does a form of contrast adjustment to make the image look clearer. It kind of darkens it up. I can undo it. I'll just bring it back one step here in the history and turn it off, and we're ready to go. So once this is now looking the way I want it, I'm ready to do an export. But before I export, I'm going to go and I'm going to add my watermark because I'm kind of stupid that way. And I have a preset with my watermark ready to go. This is kind of a darkish background, so we're going to use the one for dark backgrounds, and it's going to throw my name there in a custom font. And that's really all there is to it. So there we go. And we are ready to go. So all we have to do is go back to the light table. That image is selected. We can come over here and hit export, and it will drop the file in an uploads folder that I have set up for going in and popping it into another application to send it to my gallery of choice. So here we go. We're going to export, and bip, it's done. Now, one of the reasons why I have such speed is because here in the options I have OpenCL enabled with a very fast GPU. So this enables me to process my images on the GPU instead of the CPU, which is pretty good considering that I'm using also the GPU for doing my video. So here we go, and that's it. It's been exported and it's ready to go for use on the web. It is a full-size image, and by the way, these are 45 megapixel images that I've been playing with. Not that my computer can't handle it. It's actually pretty substantial and can handle that kind of load. But I actually was doing this on a much smaller laptop with an NVIDIA card and an Intel card, and Darktable was actually using both cards simultaneously. It's amazing. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this, and I'm signing out.